from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science. Today I'm going to discuss about the topic some autoimmune diseases. So the first autoimmune disease is autoimmune hemolytic anemia. So what is the hemolytic anemia? Hemolytic anemia means it is the lysis of some RBCs which will lead to the low amount of r- red blood cells, and the lower concentration of red blood cells is known as the hemolytic anemia. So how these RBCs are lowered? These RBCs are lowered in the body due to some autoantibodies. These autoantibodies will identify these RBCs and will interact it and will cause the lysis of RBC. And when the lysis of RBC will occur, then these RBCs will be engulfed and they will be lysed, and the number of these RBC will be lowered. And so indirectly, the RBCs in the body are lowered by autoimmune autoantibodies. So RBC half-life is 21 days, but in the case of hemolytic anemia, the half-life of RBC will be 7 days, and it is caused by 2 degrees centigrade of infection of drug therapy, anti-hypersensitivity agents, and some important agents which will lead to the autoantibodies. Okay, an antibody which cause these autoimmune diseases are of two classes. The first one is IgM, which are cold agglutinins, means they are active at 4 degrees centigrade but are not activate at 37 degrees centigrade. The next class of these autoantibodies are IgG. These are the warm antibodies. Warm means these autoantibodies are active at 37 degrees centigrade, but they are not active at 4 degrees centigrade. Thrombocytopenia. This is the condition in which the platelets are lowered. So, at this time, autoantibodies will target platelets. So, they will target the platelets, and the platelet count will be lowered, which is known as a thrombocytopenia. So, what is the mechanism of thrombocytopenia? An interaction of antibody with bound drug or new antigen will causes intravascular agglutination of platelets, and antibody-mediated autoimmune diseases is occurred in thrombocytopenia. So our topic is over here. In the upcoming lecture, we will discuss about the myasthenia gravis.